Hello everyone, so we're back again. I'm here with one of our um, videographers, extraordinaires, directors, amazing creative talent, Kennedy, who we know affectionately here in the office as the Enforcer.
You yell at people one time and they give you a nickname.
So there's an interesting story about that with Kennedy here. So we were on the Sasson set and filming one day, and Kennedy comes to me and says, "Hey, we need to film room noise, right?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, go ahead. Let's make it happen." And so we're towards the end of the set, and at the end of the set and the end of the episodes, usually everyone who's there gets to eat all the delicious goodness that Simply Joe's cooks up, and Jose Tirado, Chef Jose Tirado of Simply Joe's, and his amazing meals that he cooks up on this cooking show. And so there are a lot of people are talking and socializing, they're kind of happy. And then Kennedy's like, he's asking very politely, he's going around the room, he's like, "Hey guys, can I get 30 seconds of just silence, please? Can I get 30 seconds? And then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, I need 30 seconds of silence." So it was hilarious. I loved it. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a very aggressive person. So I love to see when people take charge and just grab the bull by the horns and make it happen. And from there, that day, you affectionately became known as the Enforcer.
Oh.
How long have you been with us now?
It's like 2 months?
Yeah, it's about 2 months now, right? Yeah.
Seems about right.
So tell me, when you first heard about the opportunity, and you first heard about the company, like, what were your initial thoughts? What did you think?
Like you were delivering English speaking, like Latin content to an audience that you felt was constantly growing and underrepresented in the United States.
Sure, absolutely. And then what kind of attracted you to kind of come work with us? I mean, you've got a lot of talent, you have a lot of options out there. Why us?
Well, for the first thing, I always try to look at opportunities where I can learn at least something, because if I go into a position and I already know more than like I guess like they kind of want me to do, then I'm just doing busy work.
Right.
And it's just mind numbing, and it's just like pushing paperwork.
Absolutely.
All day. So I was attracted to you guys because I am not well versed in Latin culture at all. So it seemed like a good opportunity to learn more about that.
Okay, cool. No, that's great. I mean, for those of you that don't know, we have a very diverse group of folks here that, as you've seen, and Spanish is definitely not a requirement. And, as you know, especially with working on Sasson, you got to experience a lot of the food as well.
Yes.
What did you think about the food?
Food was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any particular favorite so far?
I don't remember the name. It was like that, the breakfast thing.
Oh, the Puerto Rican breakfast
Yeah,
that he made
was,
with Simply Joe salsa?
Yeah, that was pretty
good.
good.
That was really, really good. And the way he made it too, wasn't like, because usually people like will throw the salsa in after they make like the eggs and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and he actually mixed the Simply Joe salsa in with as they were cooking.
Yeah.
So the kind of flavor was already embedded. It was amazing. You gotta definitely try it. So that's great. So you talked about experiences. You talked about wanting to grow and learn things. So tell me something. What is something that you've learned while you've been here?
What I have learned is, what's the best example I can bring up that what I've learned? Well, for one thing, I've learned you guys like to do things very fast paced.
Yeah.
So definitely. But
Well, we're aggressive. I'm aggressive. You're
yeah,
aggressive,
yeah.
right? We're we go hard, right?
yeah, it is important because But what I have learned is through I guess like Latin culture is, I guess the problem is I've only been a part of like Sasson
Right.
for the most part. And you know what? I have learned through editing the clips of Am Latino that like what they do over the holidays, or it's like there's like stereotypes about them that they probably have to deal with every day, and
Sure.
I've never even thought about.
Right. So by watching the different the clips, you've kind of learned about different Hispanics and how they, the different kind of Hispanics and a little bit of each individualistic aspect of those cultures. What are what did you think about the Latino project? I mean, kind of being on the back end of it and kind of watching those. I mean, do you think that we're actually helping, champion, Hispanic culture and kind of debunk a lot of those myths and stereotypes?
Yes, because it's always the problem where people tend to I guess not really notice something until they've learned about it.
Sure.
And so just by even just these normal, people that you guys are talking to, describing their experiences can open people up to a lot of, new views on things.
Sure.
Or it can also help people work through the same problem, because a lot of people, it's good for them to hear that someone else is going through the same problem as them.
Sure. So then that's exactly what we're trying to do here. We want to show that, the human condition is universal no matter what race, creed, or back, you come from. And then just some of the individual experiences based on those different cultures may be a little bit different. But, the Hispanic culture is just like everybody else for the most part to some extent. We just happen to, have a very unique background of stuff. So kind of, not to change the subject entirely, but, from one of the other projects you worked on was the Kitty Go project. And that was a client project. So what did you think about the Kitty Go? What did you think about that experience? And did you learn anything different in doing that?
Yeah, I learned that, well, I guess...
So you were the project manager on this as well, and you ran the whole thing.
Yeah, great.
Right. So I know you were a little bit out of your comfort zone, right?
Yeah, it's fine. It's one of those things where I always try to tell people that just because I'm not comfortable doing something doesn't mean I can't do it.
Right, and that's what makes you an animal, man. A lot of people are scared to do things because they may be out of their comfort zone. But you just get in there.
You just got to do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you mess up, then it'll happen. But Kitty Go project was fine. Being project manager, I think the hardest part for that project is just scheduling.
Yeah.
All the different groups of people, because we had the models, we had the location, weather was becoming a problem.
So we had to schedule
our team was doing a bunch of different projects, like when we were trying to schedule the Kitty Go project. So
right. So yeah. So one thing that you learned out of that, like what skill could you take from that, or lesson learned to do something better next time?
What I need to do better next time is make it. Because we kept going back and forth on locations and what we were gonna do with these locations. We need to have a more concrete plan in the beginning, so everyone's on the same page and people aren't messaging me oh, hey, where's this,
right.
What are we doing here, what's going on.
Right. So maybe more of a more specific itinerary, that kind of thing. So no, that's great. That's really good. And again, it's a lesson learned that coordination and organization is always important at any project, and anything you do, whether it's film or project management or IT or whatever. So understanding that dynamic, I just think with us, the logistics aspect is almost kind of like event planning, right? So because you gotta, it's a sequence of things that has to happen in order to get done on time and under budget. So it's very, very important. So what would you tell people who, the audience or our fans or, other business owners that, they see Latiny, they see LET networks, they see the channels, they see all the stuff that we're doing. What is something that you think they should know about us as an organization, as a team, that they might not see online, or just not being here in the office?
What you won't see is a lot of different people working together. Where, if you watch a show, and you'll just see the names of the credits, and they'll probably see your name and probably maybe Nick's name a lot. But it's everyone's contributing their ideas. Everyone's getting a voice. It's not just one singular person dictating all the content. Where probably in a lot of other places it's probably just like one or two people
Sure.
that are like, well, this is what we're gonna do, this is how we're doing it, and that's just how it is.
Right, so we take a more collaborative
Yes.
approach to all the content. Now, say one of the things that you guys don't realize that out there is that one of the things that we really promote internally is that no individual has all the ideas, right? So collectively as a group, putting all the heads together, I mean, you hear the cliches all the time, but we like to practice what we preach here, and that's really, really important with the team. So it really makes me happy to see that you picked up on that, especially, you know, I know you've said this a couple times, you're not a big fan of being in front of the camera, but you're more of like, tell me the idea and I will make it happen kind of guy.
Yes.
So, and you come up with a lot of great ideas all the time. You're very, very, like you jump right in there. You volunteer for almost everything. You're like, I'm in it, I got it, I'll be part of that. And those are some of the things that I actually love about you personally. And I know some of the things the team loves about you. That you're always willing to hop in there, so that makes you, you know, an invaluable part of the team. So, any last words? Anything you want to share with our team or our audience out there? Anything you know you want to mention to the team?
Just try it, because if you don't try it, you're gonna regret it forever.
Sure.
And if you fail, then you fail, but you'll never know unless you try it.
Right. And we're not talking about the old college try either. You got to go hard or go home.
No, you don't have to try in college. No, don't college try, because college try is just showing up.
Right.
That's minimum effort.
Yeah, you want to give your all, because you only get out of things what you put into it. So if you put in minimal effort, you're going to get minimal effort out. So definitely put your all into things. I appreciate all your hard work. Like, you've been killing it, like I said. Yeah, guys, make sure to follow us on social media. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and check out the new website, letnetworks.tv.
Yeah, it works now.
Yeah, it works. Good one.